This is Goku-san, DBZ, and welcome back for a special top 10 list. And today is going to be the top 10 fighting game bosses. Now these are my personal favorite, just so you know. I'm going to play some fighting game boss music in the background. Now with that said, as I said, this will be my top 10 personal favorite bosses. This will not be a list of the top 10 cheapest / hardest bosses. With that said, in the future I will be working a top 10 cheapest fighting game bosses list. So stay tuned for that in the near future. Today, honorable mentions first. From Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Gold. Shinnok. And I don't say the new Shinnok because I haven't played Mortal Kombat X. Have no interest in playing the reboot games. Coming in at also honorable mention from the original Mortal Kombat, Shining Sun. From Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as a boss, Quan Chi. From Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and 2, Unknown. Coming in for 2 of the Darkstalker games, aka Vampire Hunter, and I believe the other one is just Vampire, and that is Pyron. From Dead or Alive 4 / Dead or Alive 5, and also in Dead or Alive Dimensions there's a boss, Alpha 152. From Dead or Alive also, from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Gil. From Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Abyss. From Capcom vs. SNK 2, Shin Akuma. From Tekken 2, Devil. Now, top 10 list. Coming in number 10 is a boss that really is one of my top favorite bosses to fight. And he has a decent move list, so he's not completely, say, cheap. Coming in, and that is from Tekken 1, Tekken 4, and he's a secondary boss in Tekken 3. And that is, number 10, Heihachi Mishima of the Mishima Zaibatsu. And of course one of his nicknames, as in Game Informer, is Big Daddy Tekken. Because really he is, some people would say the face of the franchise is Jin or Kazuma, but to me it's actually Heihachi Mishima. Now with that said, coming in at number 9, from Marvel vs. Capcom, the original. This is a boss that may be on the cheap list later on. This is a boss that is very difficult, and you have to face him in 2 different stages. His name is Onslaught, which of course is from a mini-series event in the X-Men series. Well, crossover with other Marvel universes as well. Onslaught is basically the merger of Professor Xavier and Magneto. Yeah, pretty deadly combination. Man, is he one heck of a challenge to face. Which is why, even though I do lose a lot to him, he's a good, very worthy boss to fight. Because the challenge is good. And if you enjoy challenging hard bosses, chances are you'll actually appreciate Onslaught. Plus, he hasn't exactly He's a very underrated Marvel villain. So it's nice to at least see him as the main boss of one of the crossover games. Coming in at number 8. Technically he also appears in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, but he's not really the main boss. In Mortal Kombat Deception, he is the big boss. And he is actually a good challenge, I will say, especially with that stupid, when he flies into the air and tosses you to the ground, man, does that do damage. 25% to 30% damage in one freaking throw. That's ridiculous. And, yeah, he's the ultimate boss of Deception. His name is Onaga, the Dragon King. Which I'm a pretty big fan of Onaga. I will say that. I feel that he is kind of an underrated villain. He really was really fun to play against and a good challenge. And I like Conquest mode where you got to end up seeing and finding out that apparently he ruled Outworld, of course, before Shao Kahn. Coming in at number 7. From the original PlayStation, would see this game as an exclusive. Bloody Roar 2, the New Breed. And the question is, which of the two bosses is it going to be? Is it going to be the main normal boss? Or is it going to be the secret boss? And the answer to that is option 2, the secret boss. Coming in at number 7 is Shenlong the Tiger, which is the ultimate of ultimates of bosses. He is insanely overpowered. And if you even want to see a brief bit of what Shenlong the Tiger looks like, check out my review of Bloody Roar 2, and you'll see how freaking tough Shenlong is. And in that review, I will say it was one of the easiest fights I've ever had against Shenlong. Because Shenlong, and now by the way, to get to him, you have to get past all 8 stages, including the main boss, Gato, without losing, without using one continue. You can lose a round, but no continues. And you only get one shot at Shenlong. You must beat him in that one shot, otherwise, game over. You have to try again. So it gives definitely a heck of a challenge when you only have one shot. Coming in at number 6 from Capcom vs. SNK 2 EO. God Rugal, or Ultra Rugal, however you want to say, but I just call him God Rugal. He really is the most powerful boss in the entire game of Capcom vs. SNK 2. Shin Akuma is very difficult to beat, I might add. I mean, seriously, he's a very worthy adversary. But God Rugal is on another level, even higher than Shin Akuma, and that's saying something. Shin Akuma's powerful as heck, and difficult as heck to beat. God Rugal is insanely overpowered. He has his normal combos. He has his weird special combo where he holds you in the air and just blasts like energy blasts and stuff through your body out of his hand. Which, by the way, if you get attacked by that one combo, that one freaking attack does like 75% damage. One freaking combo does 3/4 of all your health bar is gone. So you better hope you're at full health if he gets that on you. Otherwise, over. And, oh yeah, he can do also Akuma / Shin Akuma's ultimate attack as well. Which, that's not good. That gives him 3 super deadly combo attacks. Which is why he's up here very high. And insanely hard to beat. Coming in at number 5 from Bloody Roar 3 / Bloody Roar Extreme slash aka Bloody Roar Primal Fury. She is the main, well, she's the secret boss in both of those. Her, and you've seen me already do some gameplay with her in Extreme. Her name is Uranus the Chimera. Chimera is a Chinese demon, if you don't know. Just thought I'd let you know. But yeah, she's insanely overpowered, to say the least. Coming in at number 4. If you even barely hear the music in the background, that's the eerie music from MK3 slash Ultimate MK3 slash Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And that's the music to Shao Kahn. Coming in at number 4 is Shao Kahn. For Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. This was Mortal Kombat Trilogy and of course Mortal Kombat 9 or whatever, which I did play a little bit of the first of the 2 reboot games, and just like the others, Shao Kahn is insanely overpowered and very difficult, but he's a worthy adversary to fight against, I will say that. Coming in at number 3. He is the main boss in Tekken 3. He is a secondary boss in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. He is one of the 2 main bosses of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. He is Ogre slash True Ogre. Or in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, he's not called Ogre, he's called Ancient Ogre. And True Ogre is called Ogre. Don't ask me why they decided to change up the names for some reason in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. But he is a very worthy adversary. And oh yeah, Ogre puts up a good challenge in Street Fighter Cross Tekken as well. Coming in at number 2 is for the music you hear playing in the background, which is from Soul Calibur. He is the main boss of Soul Blade, but he's called Soul Edge in it. He's the main boss of Soul Calibur. He's the main boss of Soul Calibur 2. He is, as I said, Soul Edge slash in Soul Calibur 1 and 2, Inferno. This guy is hard to predict as a boss. He is very difficult to predict as a boss. He truly is a great adversary. Excuse me for my yawning. But he is a definite challenge. If you enjoy good challenge fighting game bosses, Inferno is for you, and you can't predict whose moves he's going to do next in moveset. In Soul Blade he uses Cervantes moves. In Soul Blade 1 you always know that the first round he's always going to use Nightmares attacks. Soul Calibur 2 on the other hand, you never know. Because once you take out 1/3 of his health with whatever weapon he has, he regathers his strength, changes weapon. Same thing when you get him down to his last 1/3 of health. He changes again. So there are 3 different people's attacks he uses. So yeah, in each round of the first Soul Calibur, he has a different weapon abilities. So yeah. Plus in Soul Calibur, he also has 2 of his own ultimate attacks, which are insane. I call one of them the Spinning Ball of Death, where he just spins around with the sword or weapon of his choosing and can do good damage. Or his Super Power Bomb, as I call it, which he grabs you, he flies around, tilt-a-whirl, up in the air about 20 feet, and then slams you down. And that does about 25% damage. Number 1. You hear the music in the background, though, for Shenlong. But coming in, number 1, he is the main boss of Street Fighter 2. and all the versions of Street Fighter 2. He is the boss in Alpha 1, well, Alpha 2 and Alpha 3. He is basically the figurehead boss of the entire franchise, though there are perhaps more powerful foes like Gil and great challenges, though never truly the ultimate boss in the series, Akuma. This is the one true figurehead boss of the entire Street Fighter franchise. And he comes in number 1 as my favorite boss to fight, because I can always expect a good challenge, and I just love fighting him. And that is M. Bison, as we call him here in America, or for anybody maybe watching in Japan, Vega. But yes, M. Bison, hands down my favorite fighting game boss to fight against. I also enjoy playing with him, but great challenge. And of course, he's back in Street Fighter 4. Though, yeah, that stupid character Seth in 4. But yeah, I love fighting Bison in whether it be Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Street Fighter Alpha 2. Hands down, my 2 favorite Street Fighter games. But I'll cut up this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this top 10 fighting game bosses list. And announcement. Just remember, follow me at twitter.com/GokuSunDPC as well as at Google+. And I'm making an announcement for a future movie review you can expect, because I just picked it up recently. And expect a review for Rurouni Kenshin Origins Part 1. The origin story, and yeah, Rurouni Kenshin in a live action style, which I'm actually very much looking forward to watching this, as well as reviewing it. Rurouni Kenshin is in my top 5 favorite animes of all time. So that should say why I'm excited to watch this. I'm very much looking forward to it. But I'll see you for the Street Fighter review coming in the next few hours. Stage 11. And perhaps Stage 12, we shall see. But definitely Stage 11 is coming to you today. And I'll see you all next time here in YouTube land. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.